Hi, I'm Andy Smith, another consultant here at Algorithm. Today, I'm going to show you two things I'm excited about in 2025 R2, and for two very different reasons. The first would be the field service calendar board, which is kind of you could say it's a niche feature in Acumatica. However, here at Algorithm, we're seeing an increased number of both service companies and construction companies who have teams out in the field installing or building things, as well as a lot of manufacturers who are sending folks out in the field. So this is becoming increasingly important, and you'll see how Acumatica has made a nice improvement there. The second piece will be around the dashboards in the modern UI you've been hearing about. In one way, it has a huge impact on potentially a lot of your users who are using dashboards, a new look and feel there that we'll take a look at. And then as well, some improvements for the folks who are designing and maintaining those dashboards. So let's dive in and take a look. So here we are looking at the field service calendar board. Again, this is a feature that has already been present in Acumatica, but in our experience, need a little bit of tweaking. And what this is allowing me to do is, especially if I'm a service manager or a scheduler or even a service technician self-scheduling, this is an interface where I can easily create appointments, view other people's appointments, and kind of see what's going on and make some changes. So let's talk about how you might do that. And how you might use this depends a little bit on your scheduling model, and it's pretty flexible in that sense. So for example, if I get a call from a customer and I want to schedule a new appointment for one of my technicians, it's easy for me. I can just see who's available, and you can see everybody's available here today, but I can just drag this, and it's going to give me the opportunity to quickly fill out some basic information. And I hit this create appointment screen, and it will create an appointment for whoever I designated there. So quick and easy way visually right here to create an appointment from scratch. Another way that you might want to do this is if you're creating service orders ahead of time, so a customer has requested something, but it hasn't been scheduled yet, those unscheduled service orders can appear over here in the left frame. I can see one, understand what it's about, and then drag it out here onto the schedule board and assign it to someone. So in this case, I'll assign this to David. It will think for a second as it's actually creating that appointment behind the scenes. And once it's done, it will allow me to do several things with it. I can make it longer, shorter, drag it around, do those kinds of things. But I can also click on it here. In prior versions, if I clicked there, it would pop up a new window with the actual appointment screen, which wasn't bad, but it was a little bit clumsy sometimes. In 25R2, I get this nice pop-up window, and it gives me a really kind of concise summary of what's going on with this appointment. So you can see here the basic information. I can see about the service order. I can even expand out and see a little bit more about this customer. And if I scroll down, I can see who this is assigned to. So all that's really easy for either a technician or a manager to see what's going on there. But I also have some new buttons up here at the top just to streamline the workflow involved with managing this appointment. In this case, I'm going to say, you know what, David's out sick or he's on vacation, so I'm going to unassign this appointment. And what it does in that case, it pushes it up to the top of my calendar board into this unassigned space. And so I can easily see all of my unassigned appointments up there that I need to figure out what's going to happen with. And then once I decide what I'm going to do, I can drag and drop it on anywhere I want on the calendar board. So again, quick, easy, pretty streamlined navigation there. In addition to that, they've added some improved feature set up here at the top where it didn't used to be quite as smooth to move back and forth, go look at a particular date, look at a week at a time, those kinds of things. I can also do some other filters here. I can create my own tabs, as you're familiar with in Acumatica's generic inquiries, for example. I can create shared filters here so that I can quickly toggle back and forth between different teams or projects or types of work that are going on inside the organization. So again, some kind of small changes to an existing feature, but something I think will be pretty useful for a lot of our customers here at Algorithm. All right, let's now take a look at the second thing, which is the dashboards in Acumatica. So here is, for those of you using Acumatica's dashboards already, this is kind of a traditional out-of-the-box AP clerk dashboard. The look and feel, not bad in my opinion. You know, it's nice. It gives me the color coding and the alerts. It's got different kinds of charts, those things that we're used to. One question some of my customers have had, we actually have a couple of customers who have been early adopters of 25R2, and one of them actually built a number of custom dashboards right before they moved forward. And he's like, oh gosh, now I'm going to have to rebuild all those in the new interface. And the answer is no, you don't. All you have to do here is click on the design button, and they've given us a nice switch to the modern UI feature right here. So I click that button, it's going to change this dashboard into the modern UI. And you'll see right away, those of you that haven't seen this before, how different it is. Some of the pieces are a lot the same. You'll notice the charts down here at the bottom haven't changed a ton. They still look very similar. But the big changes are here with these KPI widgets, where they're much more white. They still give the color indicators up here at the top, but it's just a little bit cleaner look. Look and feel is kind of subjective, but that same customer I was mentioning, they showed this to their users and they all got excited right away. So hopefully your users will be too. So that's a quick glance at just how easy it is to change the existing ones to the new ones. If you choose, you can leave them on the old ones. If you want to, we probably recommend having a strategy of all old ones or all new ones, but that's clearly up to you. Let's take a look now at the design features that have changed a little bit here in the modern UI. So I'll toggle over to my customer view dashboard, which is one of Algorithms Consultant's favorite demo dashboards. It allows us to use a parameter up here at the top to filter this view just for one customer. So you can see here for this customer I've chosen, I can see how many orders to ship, all those kinds of things. If I click on design here, let me show you some of the enhancements that you'll see as a dashboard designer. So I scroll down here to the bottom, I'll click new widget, and right away you can see that look and feel is a lot different. Now the pieces there are pretty much the same. You've got all your same charts and scorecards. I'm going to choose a scorecard here just as an example. I'll choose that. And here's a new difference. And this is kind of small thing, but all the consultants here will appreciate it. The caption field is now at the top of the screen. Used to be you had to scroll all the way down to the bottom before you could name your widget. Now they've put it up here at the top. So I'm going to say all sales orders just for my little demo here. And then I will look up my inquiry screen, which is going to be sales orders. And I'll choose this one. And I went through that so I could show you this. It used to be a little bit clumsy if your dashboard had a parameter in it, like that customer filter I showed you up at the top, to get that filter to pass from the dashboard into the widget. And now they've made it really easy, where they're showing the parameter field right here. It's the customer, and I just need to find the filter on the or field on the generic inquiry that's underlying the widget that I chose up here, and I'm good to go. Other than that, I just have to make my normal choices here. In this case, I'm going to count how many orders there are. And then, in my opinion, we still need to tweak some of this sizing of these pop-up windows depending on your individual resolution. But I made that work. I click Save. And now down here at the bottom, I have my new sales orders widget. Another thing that I really like about the new dashboard interface is the drag and drop, which it's not a game changer per se, but if you're somebody who spent some time building these dashboards before, sometimes getting things to drop where you want them was a little bit of a challenge. And you can see there how easy that was for me to move that around the screen. I could resize it, do some different things with it. So I'm sitting here watching the other consultants in the room, and a lot of them are nodding. So that's something that I think is going to help some of the IT or business analyst folks out there in our user audience. So again, I'll just toggle out of design mode here so we can see what the result set was, but you can see here I'm now showing 87 sales orders for this given customer. So that's what I wanted to show you about the dashboards in the modern UI. There's a few new features in there that didn't get a chance to get into here today. So if you have any questions, feel free to contact me or any of the consultants or customer service manager, customer success manager, Angel, and we'll be happy to educate you about all the cool new things in the dashboards.